You are now about to witness the strength of street knowledge.
What's up, ladies? How y'all doing? It is your girl, your diva in knowledge, Lady Mocha, representing Mocha's Ladies Lounge, where I'm always serving you wisdom, knowledge, and spiritual awareness. Keep in mind that I also have a second channel, Mocha's Cafe de Paris. That is my co-ed channel for my male followers and female followers. So if you don't mind a space in which men and women can congregate, you're more than welcome to subscribe there as well. But if you're just more comfortable being in a space with women, you are more than welcome to stay part of the Mocha's Ladies Lounge. So again, I appreciate y'all for showing up. Hit that like button. And again, I appreciate all of the support, and I appreciate those of you who are still members of my channel. Again, I appreciate y'all as well. Keep in mind, members, take advantage. I do make tumblers, and I do have, I'm aware of a cable package in which you can get. So you will get a discount. You will get a percentage if you are a member. Just let me know, and then I'll be more than happy to assist you on that. So there are some perks. It's just up to you guys to take advantage of that, right? So let's get right into it. I know what Valentine's Day is coming up, so if y'all need me to make tumblers for your significant others, any of their sports teams with their names or anything on there, just let me know. Keep me posted. But I wanted to go into this right away. When a married man becomes stuck with a succubus, every now and then I will do a side chick chronicles because it's imperative that we discuss this. Now, I peep around the bushes and I'm on Facebook and other social media um, platforms as well, right? And there's a lot of people out here who does not understand why Melody is so bitter, who does not understand why Melody wants absolutely nothing to do with Martell. And they have this misconception about Melody, like she's angry because she still wants him, or if she's over him, why does she get upset when he does the things that he does. Basically, everybody is misinterpreting Mel as a woman that's still hung up on her ex-husband, because she's questioning people that she found out, that she's now finding out, who affiliated with him in an inappropriate manner during their marriage, like with Trish. I'm seeing females who don't really follow content creators or understand the history of Martell and Melody's marriage, the demise of that marriage, and they're just looking at it from one angle, on one angle only. And in their mind, Melody is just this bitter, broken woman who just cannot move on with her life. And that is absolutely not true. She was the one that filed a divorce. But what a lot of women have to understand, that even if you're no longer married to a man, even if you no longer want that man, you have no desires to ever want to be with him again on that level, it's still disheartening when you keep finding out information about this ninja. Okay, I don't care if you was married 15, 20, 30 years ago. It is still disheartening, because you got to realize you bonded with this person. And when people understand that marriage is an anointing, they will understand that it's not a bond that just goes away because you don't love the person or you don't want to be with the person anymore. The fact that you are still finding out years down the line that this man has been disrespecting you in more ways than one, it's a shock. It's a shocking experience. And what y'all have to understand about Scorpio women, because I'm a Scorpio woman. Scorpio women, we love very, very hard. We give our all in everything. Now, this is not to negate whatever signs you are, whatever. I'm not here to converse you or persuade you. But I'm just saying, I resonate a lot with Melody because we both have the same zodiac signs, right? So the thing about it is, when we love hard. We give our all in all. And Melody wanted so badly for her family to win, for her marriage to win. Melody does not believe in losing, okay? She's never settled for losing. She's always strived to have the best, to be the best, and to become the best and stay the best. And that is why to this day, she's steadily motivating. She's always had that nature of wanting the best. And when you want the best, to other people, it comes off as you're being arrogant. It comes off as you thinking that you are spotless, you don't have any issues. And it was never that. Melody had a lot of hopes and dreams like most women. You marry a man, and you don't marry a man because your life will just be spotless and easy, but you marry a man, you have children from a man, thinking me and this person is going to be together forever. We're going to have a legacy. We're going to build a legacy for our children. We're creating a legacy for our children. This is why Melody doesn't have multiple baby daddies. This is why Melody didn't go from relationship to relationship. She wanted her life to be planned a certain way. She had things planned out. She had dreams for herself, dreams for Martell, dreams for her children, dreams for her family as a whole. This was not the plan. Melody never thought in a million years that Martell would sabotage their marriage in this manner. She did not look for a perfectionist. Only thing she wanted was a family. She wanted what most women want. You want a good husband that's going to be a good father and good to you as a human being. Period. What woman doesn't want that? So the fact that so many women are constantly coming at Melody, beating her down, dragging her through the mud, not understanding all of what she really took off of Martell. So y'all, I took some time to put this video together myself, just to kind of give everybody an idea, because we don't forget why Melody is the way she is towards Martell. How soon we forget the embarrassment, the disgrace, okay? The drama, the heartbreak. Do we not have we forgotten how far this has gone? And if you think about it, we only came in Melody's life when she started filming with Love and Match in Huntsville, in a season in which this had already been going on. So just what we have observed from a distance, can you imagine what she was really going through? The other things that the cameras didn't catch, the other things that the producers did not see. What we did end up discovering, what she went through over the years through the duration of the show, is nothing compared to what she really went through behind closed doors. But for everyone who's being so judgmental and think that Melody should just get over it, girl, get over it. Move on. You divorced him. What's the problem? You did not want him. Why are you still in your feelings? Why are you still upset? Why you? Because if you only been with one man the majority of your life, everything that man has done to you, it impacts your mental and your spiritual. Because you have to realize Melody wasn't with multiple men. Had she been with multiple men, she could have easily dismissed Martell and not felt anything about it. But when you've been a wife, the way you move and the way you deal with things, a lot of women on the outside are not going to understand that. Especially if you're dealing with women who don't know, who haven't been in longevity relationships. If you're around women who've never been married, If you're around women who have always dealt with other people's husbands or whatever, they're not going to be able to relate to why wives or ex-wives, why women that have been married take things deep and take things to heart. And even to this day, Melody is doing great. She got a business and she has her whole world mapped out. But even with all her strength and all her accomplishments, it does not negate the fact that Martell has really broken Melody's heart. He has really torn something that could have been so beautiful and something that could have been such a blessing. He ruined that. So for those of you who have forgotten, I put together this video myself. Make sure y'all hit that like video. I'm sorry, make sure y'all hit that like button. I said like video. Hit that like button, right? Anything I say in this video is based off of educational and entertainment purposes only. Nothing I say is actual or factual. This is based off of my own opinion. I'm just giving my disclaimer. So I'm going to show y'all the video that I put together, and I'm going to be stopping in and interjecting because a lot of y'all done forgot. Y'all really forgot all the crap Martell has done. Y'all forgot about, okay, we know he's with bed bug and got bed bug pregnant, but the stuff before that, in which it led up to this point, y'all have forgotten. So y'all need a quick refresher on Martell fire marshal bill, how he has started so many fires throughout the duration of his marriage. So let's get into it, y'all. Let's get into it. Okay, yeah, this it right here.
You know, when it comes to a lot of aspects in life, you know I messed up with the cheating. I messed up is wrong. I know, and I apologize for that tremendously. But where do we go from here? If at this moment that things aren't going as well in my life, it seems like no matter what, you should have my back. That the way that you know I would have your back.
Okay, I want to pause right there. All right, again, we're going down memory lane. If you can see the hurt in Melody's face, and if you put your feelings aside, put aside that you don't like her, put aside who's your favorite cast member, you may be a Tisha fan, you may be a Kimmy, whatever the case is. Just identify as a woman. Your husband, not only your husband, your business partner, the father of your children, is saying to you, I cheated, I messed up, but we have to go forward. And I still expect you to have my back. This man is so oblivious, and not just oblivious, he has no remorse. And most men who step outside on their wives and jeopardize their union through their selfishness, most of them, in many cases, they want you to just take that pain and disrespect as a champ, put a band-aid on it, patch up that pain and keep it moving. And that is what adds more pain to pain when your husband disregards the pain that he has inflicted upon you. When he disregards the embarrassment, because that adds more insult to injury. I'm already in pain just off the strength that you violated me by cheating on me, but on top of that, I have to deal with everybody else who is seeing me and is milking off of my pain, who's enjoying this image, this facade that I put up. I have a great family, we are a power couple, and now they're seeing that image crumble like the Twin Towers based off of your actions, and you expect me to just get past the embarrassment and the violation and just simply say, I know I did wrong, I know I messed up, but I still expect you to be there for me the way I would be there for you. Do y'all not understand how sickening this is? And that is why Mel is sitting there quiet, and the tears are flowing, because it's a double slap in the face. Martell might as well have took his cheap knockoff Stacey Adams and kicked Mel literally in her stomach, because that is what it felt like. So imagine, just imagine, because a lot of you women out here, y'all don't forgot how ruthless these men could be, because either you haven't had a man your damn self for years, so you don't forgot how low these men could be, or maybe you're one of those type of women, you're so, oh, I've always had my stuff together, I would never let something like that happen to me. Whatever your reasons for why you feel Melody deserved this, or whatever the case is, this is just a breakdown and some deep dissect as to what she's been dealing with for years. And y'all wonder why when she sees Martell, she gets up, she walks away, she wants no part of him. But y'all want to say, oh, she's bitter, she just won't move on. Girl, get on with your life. How do you get on with your life when you made somebody you love a part of that life only for them to destroy it? Well, we'll continue.
So I'm just asking you just to be mindful. Like, don't try to disrupt any avenues that I can make money on my end. Like don't disrupt that, because we both have to do what's best for our children.
And the audacity. Yes, I violated you, disrespected you, publicly humiliated you, but don't mess up my money. Don't mess up my funds. Don't mess up how I can provide for my children. Well, Fire Marshal Martell, you're not understanding. You did that. Everything you're telling Melody not to do, that's exactly what you have done. You ruined income, you ruined business, you ruined being able to provide and give your children the best, not on Melody's end, because Melody's a money maker, she's a go-getter, but you ruined that for yourself because you was dependent on Melody. That's how you survive. You being married, God blessed you through the marriage with your wife to be able to have those things, to be able to live financially well, to be able to provide for your children. You had all of that with your wife, and for you to sit up here and say that you don't want her jeopardizing that, you already did that. This is a prime example of a narcissist, and they wonder why Melody wants absolutely nothing to do with him. But there's more, because y'all don't forget. And y'all need a reminder about Martell Fire Marshal Bill. Let's go.
I'm not going to hurt you in any kind of way when it comes to that. And I ask the same thing for you, too. I know you smiling.
See why she's smiling? Because I'm not going to hurt you. But you've done that. And the more you keep running your mouth, you're still doing that. Martell has an imaginary knife and he's just stab. The more he talks, the more painful and gut-wrenching it is, because he's all over the place and he's trying to make sense. He's trying to sound sensible, and he sounds like a jackass because Melody is, the more he talks, the more Martell gives himself away. He's really proven that he does not care what he has done. He wants Melody to get past it, get over it, let's move forward.
And the reason I say it like that, because you'll say, you've hurt me so much when it came to you cheating on me.
Hey, Martell.
And I understand that too. But through it all, I've always been there. You know, I've never left the house. I always.
See how he's rambling and talking? She said, Martell. In other words, let me respond to what you're saying. He is so asphyxiated on trying to be right. He's rambling. He's running his mouth. Well, you know, I'll never do that to you. And you know, at the end of the day, we got to do what's best for the children. In other words, don't hold me accountable. Because if you hold me accountable, then I'm going to have to deal with the consequences. And I don't want to deal with the consequences.
Came home at a decent hour, 6, 7 o'clock. I've always been there for my children.
You were just good at cheating. You were good at it. Okay. Round of applause. You were good at cheating.
Thank you. She had to shut down our operation because he was digging for straws. Well, I did come home. I was there for the kids. I did feed the dog. I did put my I did spray my my cheap Stacey Adams. I sprayed it with some foot powder so I wouldn't funk up the house. Anything to try to make it make sense, and it doesn't. But this is what you deal with when it comes to a narcissistic ninja.
The fact that you are still being an agent of chaos honestly reconfirms that you still ain't grew up.
It's my hope that that we can stand up in a place of peace.
We're not in a place of peace.
What will it take for us to get to that space? That's my whole thing.
It's not gonna happen.
And see, at this point, this is when this show is later on. This is one of the later shows in which she starts building her strength to where she knows that no matter what Martell says, he's full of crap. She already has armored herself, and that's why you got to put your war clothes on with God when you're dealing with these demons, because she already knows Martell is just going to talk, make himself sound good, and he has no good intentions. Martell is not going to stand on business. She's already aware of this, and at this season in her life, this is when she really starts handling Martell, and this is when he starts getting even more agitated with her, because she has no longer been that fragile wife in which you can manipulate and make feel bad about your choices. So at this point, she just no longer buying any of his lies. She's not buying it.
I don't do anything toward you.
Okay.
I've been waving that white flag for so long now. Like,
yeah, and see, that's where the problem comes in. You pretend wave a white flag while you doing other stuff behind the scenes. So
what's the deal? We've been pretty cool. We've been pretty cordial. We went to Florida, had a really good time. Why can't you extend like an invitation like I did to you in terms of coming into the house? Like, what's wrong with that? I don't want you. You don't want me. What's the deal?
One, yes, we were in Florida, and coming back from Florida, I was opened up to drama that I ain't been opened up to, and I don't know how long, because I really mind my business there.
Fair use. Please hit the like button for entering. Again, we're going down memory lane because a lot of y'all don't forgot as to why Melody wants absolutely nothing to do with Martell.
My real, and to be quite clear, I had stayed away from you. So it was a whole set of drama over here that I had to deal with in a very long time, that you've since apologized for. I appreciate the apology. However, it was still drama and triggering for me when I've moved 50 steps forward, and I don't need to go any steps back.
Don't hold me accountable for someone else being disrespectful. Melly shared with me that she had COVID. My kids and my son, they all been around each other. So I have to share that information with her, with my son's mom. But Melody can't hold me accountable because someone else is acting immature and things of that nature.
So let me, what that episode was pertaining to. One point in time, that was when they had already went their separate ways. Melody left him, and she would have her children going with him due to court order, her honoring that he gets his visitation. And of course, little Chucky, Arion Air Mattress's son, he ended up catching a cold or whatever the case is, and that was when Bedbug or Airhead Arion put it out there that her son got sick because of the M&M children. Basically, Arion being malicious and devious, because we all know she cannot stomach Mel. She hates the ground that Melody walks on, but at the same time, she worships Melody because she strives. She has done everything she could to try to become like her and to be like her. So Martell still felt like he still needed access to Melody's home, even though he cannot keep his side chick in check. And we'll find, y'all will see as more of these clips are playing, that this has been something Melody has stressed to him the whole duration, how he has allowed Air Mattress Arion to violate and disrespect them on so many levels. And usually when men do cheat, and this not to validate it or make it sound better, they know to make sure they side chicks stay in their own place. But Martell, on the other hand, he's always allowed, and even to this day, he allows Arion Air Mattress to say and do whatever she wants. He's never even tried to protect Melody in the slightest. And this is when, it's past a fling. Whenever a man starts defending his side chick, or he lets his side chick say and do what he wants, this is not just a chick he's smashing. This is a female he actually has caught feelings for. Because if he didn't catch feelings for Arion, he would have checked her and said, look, whatever me and you do, we do. But you're not going to come at Melody. You're not going to come at my kids. The fact that he has allowed Ariana Air Mattress to disrespect Melody multiple times, his wife, might I add, at that time, it just goes to show you how much disrespect Melody actually had to go through with him. So, y'all, before we go into the next clip, the other point I wanted to make is when Martell basically acted dumbfounded, like he could not stop Ariane from being disrespectful. He basically used her immaturity as an excuse. And he, once again, is going to keep displaying how much he defends Ariane. And in each clip, you're going to notice that. You're going to notice he's always made excuses. He's always defended. And a lot of people wonder why Melody has absolutely nothing she wants to do with Martell. She wants no dealings with him because it's just been too much. So let's get into this next clip, y'all. We're going to continue.
It had been 3 years. March of 2017, I found out that Martell had been seeing someone. A couple of months before that, we were at our home in our kitchen, and his phone rang. We were in the kitchen. He had walked over to the sink or something. I was at the table, and it kept ringing, block call, back to back to back. And I was like, what is going on? So I just answered hello, and they hung up. And I was like, huh?
If y'all notice in that tight suit how uncomfortable Martell becomes every time she explains it, it's like they're reliving that moment when all of this, came into fruition about his adultery and his affairs. You can tell, just pay attention to his body language, how intense, how uncomfortable he becomes.
Then they called back. So I was like, hello? And then his child's mother said, I didn't call your phone. Put Martell on the phone. Mind you, at this point, I didn't have any inclination that there was infidelity going on in my marriage. I honestly didn't. And so I was like, what in the hell? What is going on? Who you talking to? And so then I'm like, Martell, come get the phone. He wouldn't come get the phone for anything in the world. She called back and kept calling back. That was the first line of disrespect.
The look on everybody's face. And you can tell if you pay attention to Martell's body language, his chest. First of all, that shirt is so tight on him, you can see his heart beating through it. You can tell because as Mel is telling the story, he's reliving it and he's seeing it play out mentally, and it's making him very uncomfortable. And if you pay attention to the expressions on Tisha's face, on Kimmy's face, Martell is embarrassed. He's embarrassed, and he's more embarrassed not at his actions. He's embarrassed at the fact Melody keeps bringing it up. Melody keeps, reliving it. He wants it to go away. He wants Melody to act like it never happened, because the more she talks about it, the more she brings it up, the more he has to keep reliving his actions. Hit that like button, by the way, y'all. I appreciate it.
Martell, let me ask you this. At one point, you accused Marceau and Melody of messing around because she was talking to him a lot.
No.
You didn't call Marceau.
I'll tell you exactly what it was.
Go ahead.
And he apologized for this. So,
No, he never apologized for anything.
say that one more time.
I never apologized. You apologized to me.
Dude,
Stop.
So here's my concern. Your mentality not understanding this part shouldn't have started.
I knew it was wrong then.
Now, I want y'all to really, really pay attention to this clip. This clip spoke volumes to me. Again, a lot of this is old clips from the earlier durations of the show when it first kind of started. But keep in mind, I edited all of these clips and put them together for a reason, because I want y'all to notice the habitual pattern of Martell's narcissistic ninja behavior. And I also want you to pick up on the points in which Melody keeps stressing. You keep allowing this succubus to disrespect me. Just keep paying attention to the key words. Hit the like button, by the way, for anybody who's coming in.
I know it's wrong now, but
Okay.
that's. I mean, I almost lost my family behind it.
It was such a slap in the face to me, I feel, because I didn't feel like I had the idea that we were in that kind of a place. I wouldn't have guessed that that was going on. And so now we're not about to not discuss what the problem is, because I absolutely don't know what the hell the problem was.
It ain't like me and you were in a place in our marriage where we ain't having sex and we ain't kissing and we ain't doing walks in the park and we ain't holding hands. That concerns me that we were still doing all of that and you still found it necessary to have a full-blown girlfriend.
Pause right there, right? Pay attention to what she just said. Martell wasn't acting as if there was problems at home, which is a double slap in the face, right? So if you remember and recall that time in which he was saying he wasn't satisfied, all of that was a crock of bull, because if you were really that unsatisfied, you wouldn't still be sleeping with your wife, going out to dinner with your wife, doing things that husband and wives do, if you were so dissatisfied and you were so unhappy. So this for male, and if you think about it, it makes perfect sense what she's saying. It's dangerous when a man can live a double life. You know, you're still having sex with me, knowing you're having sex with the other woman. You're still taking me out to eat, knowing you whining and dining this other woman. You're acting like you're this family man. But all this time, I'm thinking everything that's going on between us is good, only to find out you better have a full-blown affair with a whole nother woman. Wasn't like we wasn't having sex. I could have made a reason up in my mind and say, okay, well, I wasn't giving him enough sex, so maybe that's why he decided to have sex with another woman. Or we wasn't going out, we wasn't going on vacation. It's more hurtful when you can't really even find a reason to justify your husband cheating on you, because in your mind you don't think the marriage is missing anything. He's not saying anything to you about where he's deprived or where he's dissatisfied, because he's getting the best of both worlds. He's able to come home, be a family man, still live in a beautiful home, still have nice luxury cars, still go on vacation, still go out for lobster and shrimp. And meanwhile, you get to fulfill your fantasies with the succubus. She's giving you blowjobs. She's you know, doing all these things sexually with you. So everything me and you have together, it means absolutely nothing. There's nothing sacred about our marriage. There's nothing sacred about us. There's nothing meaningful or fulfilling about us, because everything you're doing with me, you're doing with her. Let's keep it going.
Because I love you. That's why, though I stepped out in another relationship, that it doesn't discount.
Wait, did you just say in another relationship?
Yes, another relationship. And to this day, he's proven it, because he is still involved with Ariana as we speak. If it was a fling or just a cut friend thing, he would have cut off. He's still dealing with Ariana. And I don't want to hear that, oh, well, they do have a child together. No, you can co-parent and still not be together, not have relations, not spend time together, just co-parent. They're way past co-parenting. He is taking Ariana to all of his events where his friends are, where the friends that him and Melody mutually shared together are shared at one point in time. So he actually wanted to be with Ariana. It's one thing if a man just, okay, I want to hit it, quit it, going about my business, but no, you want this woman. So there's everything from this point on is it's not authentic. It's not authentic. Everything about this marriage is a lie, because everything you're doing with me, you're doing with her. So we have nothing special. Marriage is supposed to be special. He did a dead giveaway when he said relationship. He didn't say a fling, a thing, side chick. We was just smashing. He said relationship. Are y'all putting the pieces together? Can I get an amen? Is there somebody? Is the church, the congregation? Are y'all understanding? Are y'all marinating what's going on here? This man, Martell, wanted his life with Melody, but he wanted to be with Ariane. He didn't just want his marriage. He wanted his marriage, and he still wanted his succubus. He wanted the best of both worlds, but Ariane was not just a fling. And y'all wonder why Ariane is so overpossessive, why she is so hell bent, and she's so arrogant and sure herself, because he didn't just have relations with Ariane and left it at that. He did intimate, sacred things with Ariane that should have only been for Melody. Even when a man is cheating, he knows that there's something he has to leave. Follow me now. Don't get offended when I say this, because again, I don't condone cheating. I am anti-adultery, okay? I hate it with a passion. But my experience counseling men, dealing with men and all of that, they usually try to leave something sacred just for them and the wife. If a man is getting head from his wife and from his side chick, that's an issue. If he's going down on his wife and going down on the side chick, that means sex has no meaning to you. It's all about pleasure, because it would be certain things you would specifically just leave for you and your wife. And whatever you do on outside of that, you don't try to match that with what you have at home. Martell actually became infatuated with Ariane air mattress. And I don't say this with pleasure. I don't say this to make her look more of a woman, or make her, or give her any sense of superiority. But when a man is actually defending his side chick, he's doing things with her that he does with his wife. It's not just a flame. Martell's living a double life. Continue.
So, okay, we're in a relationship.
Because y'all was talking all day, every day, just about.
Yes, no.
He said it again. We're in a
You
relationship.
put phone records,
sure did.
investigator, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you saw everything.
How long was it? That's another question I need to know.
I'm pretty sure you know. You
I'm
told me
asking,
how
I don't
long.
care. I'm asking you, though.
A year.
Y'all only talked for a year? So you're still lying.
No, I'm saying, but that's irrelevant. I don't talk to her anymore.
The only relevancy is if you're still lying to me. See, we can't move forward
Okay, we
if
talked
we
for
don't
2
put
years.
all cards on the table.
We talked for 2 years.
That's a lot.
See, the more Melody questions him, and it's sad. Martell is one of those type of guys, you got to keep questioning him. The more you question him, his story changes. You can't ask him something one time and let it be it, because you're not going to get the truth the first time. It's not going to
Long
happen.
time, Martell Hope. Now, here's my other concern: is every time I mention or say something,
Why do we have to
is
talk
it
about
that?
this during their
Because this
wedding
is
day?
because
I know
this is
it's
what I.
See how he's digressing? He does not want to talk about Ariane, because you have to realize, in the same token, he has adopted feelings for Ariane. Those feelings of lust. So he don't really want to go in too deep, because the more they talk about it, the more it makes him realize how wrong he is. And the more they talk about it, that's more details that he may end up having to give away. So he wants to digress. He's trying to change the song, and basically, we should be enjoying the scenery. We should be enjoying. Why are we talking about this right now? He doesn't want to talk about it because, for one, he's already caught feelings for Ariane air mattress. For two, the more that Melody keeps questioning him, the more transparent he's going to have to be. He's going to have to tell on himself some more, and he doesn't want to do that. And three, this is making him take accountability, which Martell is allergic to accountability to the fifth power. He hates accountability.
Beautiful out here, but you talking about
Because
something
this is-
negative.
this is what-
We should be hugging and kiss. Look.
Hey, Martell, I'm so sorry. but
Building
Martell,
some of these
Martell,
$100 million buildings. That's something we
Martell,
need to be talking about.
Martell, I really don't think you understand how much you hurt me. See, in my mind, I'm thinking that you and I are Mr. Mrs. Power couple,
I'm sorry.
whatever.
Are we not?
I was a
talking about
good man. I was still producing. I was still taking care of the kids. I still was
Martell,
taking care of the house.
you hurt me to the depths
I
of
know,
my
I'm
soul
sorry for
because the biggest thing for me with this whole thing was the disrespect that came with it.
Now pause right here. Melody is going to go more into depth with what is really the ultimate betrayal. Now notice he keeps trying to digress. Yeah, we still a power couple. We're not a power couple anymore because you got people out here looking at us reckless. Part of being a power couple is having an upstanding reputation as a husband. And when you got here and you frolicking with these birds, that taints the power couple image. He's not understanding that. But pay attention to this part. Hit the like button, y'all, if you're just coming in.
I answer your phone and somebody says to me, I didn't call your phone, put Martell on the phone. You should have checked her right then and said, hold on, who the you think you talking to? That's my wife.
You ran
Don't
off with
talk
my
to
phone.
my
I'm
wife.
sorry.
But
You didn't give me my phone.
Sweetheart, it was on speaker. I said, Martell, say something. Say something, Martell. You didn't say not one word.
So are y'all understanding? Martell has always, and to this day, if you really think about it, he still defends Ariane air mattress. This is why Ariane is so big on herself. She knows, because most side chicks know to stay on the side. But Martell is the first of many that will actually allow his side chick to disrespect his wife. He's a whole different breed of a man that I've never seen, because most married men don't tolerate that. They'll tell you what me and you got going on, that's what me and you got going on. Don't come to my house. Don't bother my wife. Don't try to bring the problems in my life. Whatever we do, we do. When I have time for you, I have time for you. The moment you cross the line, let me tell you something. Martell is a very nasty, dominant person. If he really wanted to put Ariane air mattress in check, if he really wanted to make Ariane air mattress shut her mouth, he would have did that. Because Martell has a lot of control over Ariane. Make no mistake about it. She could sit up there with that raggedy 1972 bun, okay, but she knows how far to go with Martell. So for Ariane Airhead to feel that comfortable telling Martell's ex-wife, wife at that time, put Martell on the phone, that speaks volumes. That speaks volumes. When a side chick is bold enough to say, put your husband on the phone. Martell had the floor then. And see what it was? Even with all her hurt and the pain, Melody was trying to see if Martell had at least a little respect for her. And I know a lot of y'all like, damn, Mocha, why would she look for respect? Because she was trying to see if there was a way she could save her marriage. At the end of the day, this was Melody's husband. If she wanted to stay with Martell, despite what he was doing, she had the right to do that, for better or for worse. Just because that was me, honey. Let me tell you something. You got women who honor their vows. It don't make them weak. It don't make them less of a woman. You got women who honor their vows. Now, as far as their creepy ass, cheating ass husbands, they don't. And therefore, God will deal with them accordingly. And that is why Martell's in the situation he's in now, not honoring his vows. But Melody was looking for him to defend her. When a man don't defend you from his side chick, baby, there's no love, no respect. He don't have it at all for you. He already don't have it just by stepping out on you. But the fact that he will let his side chick handle you and disrespect you, it shows you how less he thinks of you.
So I'm not accustomed to that situation.
You heard your girlfriend get smart with your wife on the phone. You never took up for me or defended me.
That speaks volumes. That speaks volumes. And that's why to this day, Ariane is so biggity. She's so cocky. She knows because Martell never checked her. Never, ever, ever. And she knows that. And listen, a person is going to only do what you allow them to do. You got to think about it. Martell is cocky, mean, nasty. If he really wanted Ariane to respect Melody, he could have made that happen. Because Ariane loves him just that much. If he would have said, don't call my wife, don't say nothing to her, don't bother her. Let me tell you something. If Ariane Air Mattress was smart, she would have kept her mouth closed because that mill train would have kept on going. If she would have kept her mouth closed and Melody wouldn't have found out. But because she's young, dumb, full of cum, and she does not think, she doesn't know anything. She told it all and got Martell exposed and messed both of them up. And I don't say this with pride and joy, but if you're going to be a side chick, be a smart one. If you know those dividends are rolling in, why sit up here and expose the man, tell on him for him to get a divorce, have to kick out all this alimony, all this child support, and stop your income from coming in? Because once that married man is exposed, I mean, why you think Kevin Hunter to this day is trying to fight Wendy Williams for every penny? Because once he put it out there that he was smashing Sharina, Wendy Williams found out, she shut it down. As long as Wendy Williams didn't know, they could have held that gravy train going. But this is what happens when the married man falls for the succubus. He's not even thinking about what he's going to lose in the process. But let's continue.
God damn it, the kids didn't see me
Yes,
do
they
all of
did.
that.
They've seen you on FaceTime. Yeah.
Well, they heard you on the phone talking to your dude.
No, they never have. Because I don't have a dude.
Liar.
I'm not a
The girls
liar.
told me that.
The girls did not tell you that. The girls didn't tell
Don't
you
lie
that.
to
You've
me,
never
you.
said that to me until now, and I don't
Right.
believe that.
See, Martell being a narcissistic ninja he doesn't want to be wrong alone. He wants to make sure that Melody is just as bad as he is. He wants to prove that Melody is a liar like he is. He wants to prove that Melody is a cheater like he is. Most narcissistic ninjas that are cheating on their significant other, they will look for anything. So red flags, ladies. If you have a man that's constantly accusing you of being out somewhere, seeing somebody doing something with someone, he's nitpicking. Oh, I know you got your phone on vibrate because you're talking to someone. And so if he's doing all of that, it's because he's cheating. Most narcissistic ninjas like Martell, they don't want to be the only one held accountable for why the marriage is failing or why the marriage is deteriorating. So what they have to do is manipulate themselves and psych themselves into believing that their wives are doing the same thing or worse. Notice he's quiet. He couldn't say anything after that. Hit the like button, everybody.
This got heated, like always. Every time we get together, it's always something. So it's like, what are we gonna do? I know we go in the opposite directions, but still we have to find some type of median for the kids, you know? They're already been affected by us not being together. And
No, correction. They're affected by you cheating and allowing your mistress to disrespect their mother. Notice how he's always trying to group him and Melody together like we are affecting them. We are the reason our marriage is not working. He will not take accountability. He will not say, I am the reason our children are affected. I am the reason our marriage is not together. I'm the reason you don't trust me. He does not want to take the fall alone. He doesn't want to take accountability. He has to make sure that Mel is equally to blame for the demise of the marriage.
it's only making things worse. I think for all of us, you know. I love the hell out of you. You know what I'm saying? I do. I don't think that was just appropriate because it's always like you're trying to start something with me. I'm serious though. I mean, it's not funny because it bothered me a lot. It's almost like you be trying to dig at people.
Well, baby, if there's nothing to be found or dug up, then, I mean, it doesn't matter. My thing is, if you don't want your business in the street, don't do anything that you don't want in the street.
No, I mean, first, I'm not perfect.
Right.
But when something goes on, I don't think it's suitable to continue to bring it up. And especially amongst the friends.
Well, that's what aren't friends supposed to be there for each other to help?
Considering that we're about to go into business with them, with our business, like you don't tell nobody like our business on what's going on,
So don't you see the irony how Martell wants Melody to be this quiet, submissive wife and not expose and exploit what's going on in their household, but yet his side chick, he let her know everything, which is the reason why Air Mattress felt so comfortable with disrespecting Melody. Martell likes to make the rules as he goes. And any woman that deals with him is going to have to deal with that. Like Ariane, she knows that Martell is going to always change the rules to benefit him. But she's so thirsty and she wants him so bad, so she's willing to tolerate it. In this clip, he didn't want Melody addressing or bringing it up, talking about it's bothering him. But yet, he's not caring that it's bothering Mel that he even violated the marriage in the first place to begin with. Why is it okay for us to have standards in our marriage when it comes to me making you look like the good guy and never discussing any of our issues amongst our friends, but yet you don't feel like you don't have to have any standards for me as a husband by keeping your penis in the house like you want our business kept in the house? It's the irony. It's the audacity for me.
If we're talking to a counselor, it's different. When we're talking to anybody who could possibly go and just mention it to somebody else, the next thing you know, 100 people know our business.
If I want to ask a question amongst a group of my friends, then I can ask the question.
I don't think it was suitable for you to bring that up at the dinner table, period.
So I think it was a very valid and good question.
He didn't want Mel bringing it up because, again, Martell gets very agitated when he's put on the spot. He hates it.
You bring up that question, they would think like the whole time they going through something. Is Martell cheating or is Melody cheating?
Well, you were cheating, Martell, and it all came out to the forefront, and you gave Kimmy, Tisha, everybody just what they wanted. Y'all was the power couple on that show. People was looking up to y'all. People was inspired by y'all. So the moment you sat up there and you did something stupid, you gave everybody just what they wanted to see your marriage fail. Good job, Martell. Let's give him a round of applause, y'all.
Well, nobody's wondering if Melody cheated because I said cheating is a deal breaker. Cheating is definitely something that I would get a divorce over. Sometimes you got to look past the love you have for that person and you've got to accept the ugly truth, which is maybe this is just who they are. So
you're almost talking like you got it from experience or something.
You are so funny, Martell.
Not trying to be vague. Period. And I'm over it.
Tell him what it felt like during the time of cheating. Just really tell him.
I know.
Watch this. He's going to get agitated. Martell hates whenever Melody brings up his cheating. It's a pattern. We've witnessed that in every clip thus far.
No. If you know, it seems to me that you don't want to hear it again. If you're going to move forward, you're going to have to consider being more vulnerable as opposed to being so protective of Martell. Tell him.
It made me want to put a wall up. I felt like the person who was supposed to be my partner was more like my enemy now because I felt like I had to try to protect myself. And it made me feel like you didn't care enough about me, who been there with you since day one, to put me first and my feelings first. You put self first. And that's not what relationship and marriage is about.
Okay, let's move on to the next one, y'all.
No, I'm sorry. You're very passive aggressive with her, and then you know she's gonna react. So then it turns into the same.
What show's gotta react? What y'all said? No, I'm sorry. See, women can't disrespect me like that. That's what I'm saying. That's why I be having a chat.
You're not listening. This is the problem. I wasn't even finished. No. Well, I was between them two. I wasn't, but you can't uphold for Melody every time either. I don't uphold for Melody.
But what you doing right now?
I'm telling him what he
you
needs to
can't
do.
tell him what he needs to do.
But
That's Mr. Hope.
Miss Marlene.
That's not your husband.
Miss Marlene.
Or your ex-husband.
You were not there last night. Miss Marlene, you weren't there.
Well, yeah, I've been doing Destiny. She's a sweet girl, you know what I'm saying? But still, don't get beside yourself when you're stepping at me. Because, baby, you don't know me like that. And I am a mother. And I am Martell's mother.
That's between them two.
But listen,
But you ain't
Miss
got to speak on
Marlene,
her behalf.
I'm not. I'm speaking on my behalf about the conversation that we had. Don't do that, Miss
so can
Marlene.
we
I'm
go-
talking about the conversation that me and him.
What's good for Martell?
No. What's been good for me has been good for my entire family.
Shut up! What's been good for you has been good for your entire family. Don't play with me. He just really has obviously lost his damn mind. At the end of the day, I know that I have been a good wife to him.
Even if I hadn't committed adultery, she know that we'd still be in the same situation.
Are you not happy?
Moving
That's
forward,
really
y'all.
just-
Hit the like
I've
button,
met
by the
a lot
way,
of
y'all.
women, but it's like, you still comparing? You know, probably so. Yeah, I'm real conflicted. I might have to wait another 5 years to know that that's really just. You gonna lose how it goes? Yeah, man. Yeah. It's tough. If we ain't have all them kids, it wouldn't be tough for me, you know?
He keeps talking about his family, his kids, but you notice everything he's saying, he will not say, I need to let Ariane go. Not that it would make a difference at this point. Everything he's saying, it still doesn't negate the fact that he still wants Ariane around in his
Yeah.
life.
But it just seems like we cheating them out of a lot. Just by not having that alliance being right there together, you know? I think about that often. It's gonna make you a little emotional when you see them come down the aisle and all the lawyers that you see 30 years in. You're right, man. Yeah. It's tough. You're right. Yeah. Damn.
Melody and I not having any interaction, not even speaking, that always bothers me. When we got married, I never would have thought that we would be in this space, at a place like this, vows being renewed. If anything, I would have thought that would have been us. Me seeing, you know, someone being married as long as the Fletchers have been married, it does something to me, you know. I guess one could only hope to have a marriage that lasts that long.
The overall concept of this is, for one, I want to also point out that the fact that when Melody showed up to Nail's renewal and she sat on the opposite side, notice that it wasn't just Martell that she didn't sit by. She didn't sit by Maurice or Kimmy. And that speaks volumes, you know, because she could have sat on the same row and just sat beside Kimmy, or she could have sat a couple of seats down. But the fact that she chose to sit on the whole opposite side, the fact that she's distancing herself is because Mel has come to the conclusion that no one on that show, absolutely no one, has her best interest. Everyone has always been, everybody has proven that they are Team Martell, even to this day, right? And we know that even though Martell and Marceau, you know, they're not in the best of terms, but the fact that they show so much loyalty, the Scots have shown so much loyalty to Martell, Mel will never trust anybody. The comeback group, that'll be a group that she has no plans on going back to. Okay, so Mel is coming to the acceptance of, I don't have any friends. Everybody who was rooting against me and was rooting against my downfall, thanks to Martell, now they have something that they can hang over my head, because before all of my marital issues was brought to the forefront, We was that it factor. We was that power couple that this same group had envied and wanted to become. And we were the couple, Melody and Martell, more so Melody was the one who put everybody on. And Martell's actions and his decisions have totally tainted that. And it has caused people to disrespect his ex-wife Melody. And even more so, it has caused him to be disrespected as well. Because he gave everybody just what they wanted. Everybody was out for Melody and everybody was out for him, being that he was married to Melody. They was a power couple. They would have ran that show. They would have kept flourishing. They would have had an empire built by now had Martell not tarnished it. Now, granted, Melody is hella successful by herself. She can carry her own weight. She's been standing on her own and she's still carrying her weight. Just imagine if Martell did not step outside of his marriage and violated his vows in the manner in which he did, how successful he would have been, you know? And that is what's making him somewhat regret in his own selfish way, not because he has any real remorse for his actions, but he realizes all of what they really could have had. And it took him being stuck with a bed bug to realize how good he really had it. But the unfortunate part is, even if he realized that, and even if Melody would have been one of those I'm gonna stand by my man no matter what he does type of woman, he still would have allowed Arion to continue to disrespect Melody. He would have not left Arion alone. I don't think he ever will leave Arion alone. And it's not because he loves her, and it's not because he values her. Martell loves to have control over women, okay? And he loves a woman that is loyal to him dragging her. And all of these clips displayed, Martell wanted Melody to be loyal to him no matter how much he disrespected her, no matter how much he humiliated her, and no matter how many times he still would have continued to keep frolicking with Arion. Loyalty to Martell is stupidity. The more stupid a woman is willing to be and stay for him, he considers that woman as loyal. He's dealing with Ariane not because he wants to, but at this point, he really doesn't have a choice in the matter. Okay. And in her delusional mind, she's thinking she's the last woman standing. And no, it's not that you're the last woman standing. You're the last woman that's willing to tolerate him. Martell had other options. He could have been with Sheree. He could have been with the other woman who he did the title deed with. It's other women he could have been with. But because those other women was not desperate enough to take Martell in, especially since his value has depreciated as a man, being that he's been seen as the low common denominator after the loss of his marriage. No real woman of real substance and have any type of values. It's not going to try to make anything. It's not going to try to build anything with Martell. Not no real woman. Even Sheree in her desperation, she knew good damn well she didn't want to move Martell in her Chateau Sheree with his knockoff Stacey Adams shoes. Okay. Um, any woman who's ever dealt with Martell, if she has real substance, she knows Martell is not a man that you can build a future with. Okay. And any woman that's willing to be with a man who has disgraced his wife and disrespected his marriage, that speaks volumes about your self-esteem and what kind of woman you are. It would be one thing if you never knew of his past, if you wasn't part of the reason his marriage failed, that would be different. But the fact that you are standing there dignified and proud that you have caused the demise of somebody else's union, and you can still walk around here with your head up. But in actuality, It's all a front. Ariane is miserable. Okay. Most side chicks become very miserable with these married men, especially when these married men start their value starts to depreciate. It's one thing when you are with these men and they become more successful after the loss of their marriage. They become more mature, more serious minded. It would be different if a man loses his marriage and it makes him a better man. But it's a disservice when he loses his marriage and he loses even more than what he started out with when you first got with him. So the immaturity in Ariane Air Mattress, she's going to always put up that united front. She's going to try to always try to look for some type of contentment with Martell. If it means going to Applebee's, if it means settling, going to the $5 Chinese buffet, if it means going to, you know, the zoo, anything to try to stimulate the relationship, if that's what y'all want to call it, she's going to be willing to do that. But in the back of her mind, she's never going to be satisfied because Martell is never going to take it to that next level. And Martell is not with her because he wants to be. He's with her because he's pretty much asked out. No woman at this point wants Martell. If he could get back with Melody or get with another woman just as successful or more successful than Melody, Ariane Air Mattress will really see how much of a chance she never really had. But in her mind, she thinking she stands a chance, not realizing he's only dealing with her because of convenience. He knows that she'll always be there no matter what. And it's a raw deal, you know. Um, in Ariane's mind, she thinks she won. But every day, whether she wants to accept this or not, Martell is steady thinking of ways on how to come from up under her. She'll never believe that because in her mind, she thinks she's the prize. And even more so, she thinks Martell is the bigger prize. And anytime you make a man feel like he's more valuable than you put yourself at a disadvantage to where you will find yourself chasing after him. You will find yourself holding on to him while he's rarely making an attempt to hold on to you. So pretty much at this point, they are stuck. That is part of the curse when you get involved with a succubus. You get stuck with her because y'all both created this demonic encounter and now y'all are stuck in this demonic encounter. But we'll talk about all of that another time. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Again, I personally edited this video and put all of these clips together because a lot of women are forgetting what Martell has done. They become People have become so asphyxiated on hating Melody, being jealous of her, or not liking her for whatever reason. They really forgot what she went through with Martell. Everybody's expecting her. Just get over it. Listen, you gave a man a decade of your life, 10 years or more. All of your children come from him. You don't have multiple baby daddies. You plan your life out a certain way because you got hopes, you got dreams. But at the end of the day, even being the best woman you can possibly be, it will go in vain if you build that future or you create those plans with someone who does not have that same level of ambition as you will hope for them to have. And sometimes it happens. Good women, sometimes we strike out. We think we hit a gold mine to only find out, there was nothing gold about it. It was just brass. You get what I'm saying? But I believe through all of this, when this show is over, and I will really be glad when the show is over, Melody is going to continue to strive to do bigger and better things. I think that show at this point for Melody is just not good for her mental, and it's not good for her spiritual. I understood she hung in there for her own personal reasons, rather if that was to prove that y'all are not going to run me from something I created from, or if that was to prove, hey, I still got babies to feed, I'm going to keep this going. I really believe that when Melody exits this show, so many doors are going to open for her like never before. Um, as difficult as it may seem, sometimes you have to leave the crumbs to the bums. Let them fight over the crumbs that are left. If Carlos thinks they can resuscitate the show by sneaking Ariana on, and Kimmy and Tisha decide to be fake and partake an encounter with her because they're bitter and in their feelings, guess what? Sometimes you got to let people have what they want, because when they get it and karma comes to collect, they can't be mad at nobody but themselves. We already know that jealousy has a way of blinding people's best judgment. And the truth of the matter is, Kimmy, Tisha, a lot of these women out here don't have no empathy for Melody because their turn has not arrived. And yeah, we know it's been speculations. Yes, we know that Marcel and Maurice are no far from innocent, no more than Martell. But because they have not been exposed to the level that Martell has exposed Melody to, they think they're safe. So therefore, Kimmy and Tisha think they got the room to look down on Melody. They think they have the room to attack Melody because got some people that's like this. They love to catch you when you already down. They want to pour water on a drowning man because they know if you wasn't drowning, it'd be harder for them to conquer you. And what they're not understanding is they got their own issues. Them focusing on Melody's downfall as far as what they perceive as a downfall because of Martell's actions, you have to realize the same people you pass going up are the same people you got to pass coming down. Once Melody completely removes herself from this circle, I truly believe that's when all hell is going to start breaking loose. It's already kind of happening now. That's why Marceau has been bumping heads with Martell and they've been exploiting each other. Once she completely removes herself from that show, from Carlos and all of that, because the show's really on life support at this point, there's not much left to keep it going. But I really believe the fact that Melody sat by herself, she's over it. I think at this point she knows she has to make a decision, and she's got to be willing to make that decision. But I rambled on long enough, y'all. Know it's been a lot to cover. Leave y'all opinion below. Let me know what y'all think about this whole situation. Looking back and reflecting, what do you think? What are some of the points that stood out to you that make you realize how much Melody really tolerated? And seeing what was Martell's motives all along now that we took that trip down memory lane. Make sure y'all hit the like button, leave a comment, and if I feel like we need to do a part two, we'll do a part two. But anyway, y'all, it's been real, ladies, and I so appreciate y'all for still having my back, still riding with me, even with all these different ventures I got going on. But there's more sermons, more content coming up. So until then, I will holler at y'all Thursday evening, that is, 10 o'clock. Take care. Be blessed.